I've rarely seen a more charismatic figure emerging in boxing for a long, long time. And your win was magnificent. I mean, everyone who watched that, it was just, you just confounded every critic, you answered every critic, everything else. Then you disappeared. I think my overall thing would be, you went a bit crazy. Would you accept that? That you'd sort of just... you'd achieve your ambition, that was it?
I think I needed to go sow my royal oats, as they say. I needed a bit of time out away from the sport, and that's what I did. But I'm back now with a vengeance.
You've lost 7 stone. How have you done this?
Just black coffee is the key.
I've actually got black coffee. But I mean, your ability to lose weight fast and to get back into game mode is very impressive. But how do you do that?
Basically, I just have a low-carb diet and train really hard for a long period of time. And that's it.
Don't you get hungry?
I do get very hungry, but I think to myself, do I want to look really fat in the mirror?
Would you mind standing up?
Are you going to stand up with me?
Yeah, I'll stand up next to you.
Forget the size,
I don't want to be a lone stander.
Oh, OK. Look at the state of that. Goodness me. And now can we do the power pose? Because apparently, I don't...
You've got the same power pose.
Yeah.
I'll follow your lead.
Well, it's sort of like this, but when you do
it's like
it,
this, actually. It's more like...
I know, you do it. You stand
more
alongside
like
him, Piers.
Come on, Piers, bring it in, bring it in. Come on.
That's it.
Is that the power pose? Look at me, I'm flying. I look good. Yeah, I'm feeling good, you know. I'm just happy to be back involved in the sport and to have another... It's almost like I've got a second career.
Yeah?
There's one...
Looking forward.
There's one fight everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua against Tyson Fury. You've seen Joshua. He's a magnificent athlete. He's a great boxer. He's got heart. We've seen that in the Klitschko fight. Do you think you have the tools to beat him? I know you've got the heart and the guts, but he's a skillful boxer. Do you think you have what it takes to beat Joshua?
Of course I do. I wouldn't be sat here today. I'd be off in Spain drinking a sangria somewhere. Of course I think I have the ability. I just think I have too much movement and natural boxing skill to lose to somebody like that. He's very tough and strong and he has a lot of learned ability, but he doesn't have the natural gift of the sweet science.
Frank, you've promoted lots of big fights, big fighters over the years. To me, I mean, the 2 most charismatic I've seen in a very long time, Joshua and Tyson Fury. Putting them together, I mean, that's the dream ticket, isn't it?
Well, it is. I think that'd be the biggest fight, certainly, I've ever had in my time in boxing, if they were in the time I've been in boxing. And I think it'd be the biggest British sporting event. It'd be huge. It'd be front page, back page. It's a massive fight. Everybody would like to see it. 2 undefeated guys. And Tyson's the linear champion.
How do they
I
was just going to say, how do they match up in terms of proportions and size?
and
2 big units.
Probably about the size. They are certainly
I'm much better looking. Much. No contest.
Not even close.
Not even close.
I think skill-wise, I really think Tyson is the better all-round boxer. He's got a great boxing brain.
Oh, you did a press conference a few days ago, and it was mesmerising. I loved it because I love characters in sport. And what I was struck by was you said, look, I can be outboxed. I can be, somebody who may have a bigger heart than me. And you went through a whole checklist of stuff that people may have. But the one thing, I'm not going to repeat the exact words you used, but
just repeat it.
You basically implied,
go on,
you said you had bigger balls than anybody else out there.
You look there, my boy.
In terms of your guts and the fact that you can go right down into the well of guts and resilience, do you think you have more of that than anybody else? And why do you think you have that?
It's not the fact that I have it or I don't have it, but I know it's there, because the reason I know this is I've had to show it so many times. For example, when I was in New York and I was way behind on the scorecards, having climbed up off the canvas, I knew I needed a knockout and I pulled it out the fire then. I pulled it out a few times when I've needed to. So I just know that it's there in reserves when I need it. And I think that I will need it against somebody like Anthony Joshua.
Do you think having been out for such a long time is actually going to be... I mean, I know you've lost the weight and you've obviously been training. Psychologically, will that affect you, do you think?
Psychologically, I needed a rest. I've been boxing since I've been a little boy. So to get to 27 years old and have no breaks, really, right the way through, I needed a couple of years' rest. So I feel fresh now, I feel rejuvenated.
If Anthony Joshua's watching, I'm sure he is, all world champions, watch Good Morning Britain. If he's watching, what's your message for him?
Just, I'm very proud of what he's done. and he's achieved a lot in the sport, and he's an inspiration to young people coming through.
I was hoping for
But
something.
hold on to the throne.
Well, I was
because
hoping
the
for
king
something
is
a little,
back.
hoping for something a little bit more inflammatory, Tyson.
I know
You
he's
like,
out. You're out noticing
Joshua,
him.
I'm having you, son. I mean,
Listen, he knows who the Mac is. Everybody knows it. Everyone in heavyweight boxing, they know who the real champion is. And I'm not coming here to discredit anybody. I will prove it with these two bad boys here.
what does it take to actually be a world champion?
A lot of sacrifice, dedication, will, drive, determination, and a little bit of luck too. Being in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
You seem to have changed a bit.
You reckon?
Yeah.
This is not what I was wearing earlier.
I know what Susanna means, though. You're exuding an air of quiet confidence. You're not being too in our face. Watching some of the clips in the last 2.5 years, sometimes it was like we were dealing with a slightly unhinged character.
Is this Frank's influence, or is this something you found yourself?
To be honest, I've found an inner peace, an inner calm, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment.
Was there a light bulb moment in that process for you when you came through whatever you'd been through?
There was a bit of a light bulb moment, and I always thought that I'd be able to flip the switch when it needed to. And I just didn't feel the right time that I needed to. I had over 2 years out the ring, and I was thinking, I better flick this light switch kind of soon, because it's getting a long time. Long periods out and never any good. But then I thought to myself, when I'm ready, I'll be ready, and I'll just know it deep inside. And that day came, and I said to my trainer, I said, right, I want to train again.
I would certainly prefer to hug and kiss you than to punch you,
Yeah.
Tyson. That I can say with absolute certainty.
Do you need a hug?
Come on.
Come on, let's do it.
And hug.
Squeeze him extra hard, Tyson. Oh.
Bye.
It's been emotional. Tyson Fury, you're brilliant for boxing. You're brilliant for British sport. I cannot wait to see you and Anthony Joshua, who I also think is brilliant for the sport, get it on. It will be, as Frank said, the biggest fight this country will
Sporting
have
event.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Sporting event. I agree. The whole world will be watching. Good luck to you.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much,
It's
guys.
really nice to
It's
see
been
you.
a pleasure.